check it out. Today's an exciting day. Here in a couple hours, we're gonna take flight with the Paradigm team over the raging Ohio River in the background and put on a performance for the entire town of Owensboro. Everyone's out here getting ready for the air show to begin. There's lots of people. Here in a little while, we're gonna transport all of our gear down the river about a mile, and we have this tiny little launch site picked out that we're gonna take off from, fly here to Show Center, and put on our act. It's gonna be an interesting one because we have fast moving water and I have to get flotation hooked up on my motor. So hopefully no one has an engine out and we have a successful time. All right, we are loaded up. We're heading over to our launch site, which I mentioned is on the river. It's a little small patch of grass down an embankment. A couple things about this show that are a little challenging. First off, we're doing it over the river, so if anyone has a motor failure, we end up landing in the river, maybe with our flotation. The other thing is, normally we do our shows at night, which is sunset, which is calm and like good weather. We're doing this at 2:45, so there's clouds, cumulus out. It's pretty warm, everything's popping, it's a little windy, so we'll see how the conditions end up. We always have in the back of our minds to either call it or modify our show for the sake of safety, but we'll see how it goes. I think this is the best weather we can get for the middle of the day. Just gearing up. Conditions currently are kind of sketchy. It's gusty, high winds, low winds. We got this tight little landing area that's not that easy to walk in. 3-minute call right now. There goes Kyle. Go. Climbing for altitude over this nasty river. All right, air is not horrible. It's definitely active air. Sat's gonna be a little tricky, I think. All right, Kyle and I are lining up for a synchro spiral. Here we go. dizzy as shit. Oh man. These smoke bombs are hot. That thing is way hot. Kyle just radioed that we're gonna keep the stack up high because it gets bumpier down low. That's cool with me. Let's see. David's doing a sat. He's probably not going to do his full infinite tumble in these conditions. Yep, dynamic stall. Holy shit, mate. My smoke bomb burnt up my shoe. When I was in that sat, my leg got uncomfortably hot. It's no wonder. It freaking burnt up the back of my shoe. Oh yeah, it's rowdy air out here, boys. Man, look how gnarly that river looks. Okay, our stack just got nailed by some turbulence. We're joining back in. Cleared for stack pass. We're keeping nice, big spacing so we don't hit each other in these bumps. It's not gonna look as tight on the ground, but it's the best we can do. Check out our shadow. If I can turn my head, I don't know if I can. All right, here's the break. Goes David doing a sat. All right, now the challenging part is getting into this landing area. See who wants to be the wind dummy. It might be me because I'm ahead already. Up so they got less distractions, more room. Nailed it. Yeah, I started flying past you guys. I'm like, okay, I'll just go over here. Yeah. All right, successful day show. We just got back to the hotel. Everyone did an excellent job. The conditions were kind of 50-50, and for that reason, we sent Kyle up first, and if Kyle didn't like it, he would come down and land or radio, and if he did like it, he would radio and just continue to fly, and we would all follow. So we all did a super good job, I think, for the conditions we had. The only thing that was a little sketchy, our stack formation was just getting rocked all around, so we added extra clearance so that we were good. 2 years ago, I think, we had a Sun and Fun show that was in the middle of the day, and we said, like, this is right on the line of, like, if it was any worse, we probably shouldn't do it. And I think the show was kind of the same. It was right on that line of presentable, I guess. It still looked good, but if it was any worse, we just probably wouldn't have been able to hold the stack. The acro would have been a little weird. Still safe, but kind of marginal for the crowd. I think everyone did a super job, and we're supposed to do this thing at 5:30, meeting the mayor or something. I don't really know yet, but we'll keep rolling for that and see what happens.